You are now tuned in to the epicenter of geek news with your hosts, the slippery online streamer warlord with the skills to back it up, Fergi, and the master of Marvel, the cinema showstopper, Khaotik. This is Tenacious Geeks.
Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of the Tenacious Geek Podcast. I am Fergi, a.k.a. the Ho Ninja, followed by my co-host.
Your co-host. I'm Khaotik.
You just
LOL.
You just had to throw that. Your co-host. Get all offended. I'm just the one that started it. You'd have hit me with that. I probably would have said something stupid back, too, but it is what it is.
We're each other's co-hosts, bro.
Yeah, that's why I said co-host.
Tag team champions of the podcast world, bro.
I'm about to swanton bomb off the top ropes, dog. What's up?
Hey, can we get belts?
Yes.
Can we get
down
belts? Tag team podcast champions.
Yeah.
I'm down. Anyways,
Facts.
welcome back to Tenacious Geeks. Thanks for tuning in.
Appreciate everybody listening to the previous episodes that we will have out by this point when this is going to be released, and hopefully the following or whatever following we have accrued by then. We love you guys. We appreciate it. And thank you for tuning into the pod.
Yeah.
Today on this podcast, we're kind of just going to go over a little bit of esports. I'm not sure if Khaotik's got maybe one or two little things just to go over, little things to, dabble in, hit them with the Salt Bae. And kind of just touch over just the qualifiers that have gone on so far for Major 3. I know when this comes out, it'll be quite a bit past. We may release it beforehand, so then it stays current. We'll see. To dive into it, let's see. Since I took the start off for the intro, let's start with your topic, sir.
Well, so by the time this comes out, and I know we say that a lot, but it would have been a few weeks since Ant-Man came out.
Right.
The last few episodes, I know I said, Ant-Man's fantastic and all that. No, I lied. I didn't see it yet, but I did go and see it.
And
so by the time this is recording, yes, this is about a week after Ant-Man came out. So it's been a few weeks.
To give you a time frame of when
since it's been released, yes. Because we're recording these way ahead. But we will have current episodes as well.
Emergency single person podcast just to drop that may not even be dropped on our normal day, just to give you guys some surprise content when things happen. Who knows?
We're gonna be here and there. We record when we can.
It's neither here nor there.
It's everywhere all at once.
Exactly. We were influenced by way too much Dr. Seuss.
That was a good movie though. So I did go see Ant-Man last weekend, and without deep diving in, because I know you haven't seen it, you want spoilers?
It's more of, do we want to put spoilers in the pod for the community?
I will put, so this is a spoiler warning.
Okay, that's fair then. Yeah, go ahead. I don't give a shit.
Spoilers.
So everybody knows.
As long as my co-host does not mind.
Yeah, I've never been one to really care about spoilers because I'm a total YouTube junkie. So if I'm curious enough, I will just go find the plot
down
line
the rabbit hole.
and just ruin it myself. So I really don't care.
Yeah, I do.
So hit me with
certain things I can't.
And that I totally understand. There's definitely a couple.
If Spider-Man, I'm not because I see every Marvel movie opening weekend. If
that's true.
No Way Home.
That was such a baller movie.
If I didn't go see it opening night, that rush is gone. At that point, I don't care because then everybody's talking about it.
Right.
And everybody did talk about it. Hey, guess what? There's 3 Spider-Man.
Well, we all kind of knew that was coming. That was teased from the trailer. But
yeah. But I read the original plot line of the script after. So what I had predicted for Spider-Man was going to come true until the internet blew up about, Toby and whatever. Venom. Venom was in that final battle. Him and Doctor Strange both. Yes, Tom Hardy's Venom was supposed to be in that final battle, not just a fucking little credit scene.
Because in the end of fucking Venom and Carnage, he was transferred over to the end of it. Mm-hmm. He saw when Peter Parker was on the...
He saw the end of Far From Home.
Yeah, the second one.
Or the beginning of No Way Home, whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah, he was supposed to be in that final battle
when they were in fucking DC and shit.
He was actually supposed to meet Spider-Man, and that's when we were supposed to get the Venom webs, and it was going to be tight.
And
then he was going to
Ant-Man?
Yeah. No, in the Spider-Man.
So they completely changed
in the No Way Home, yeah.
Gotcha.
Then it went into the 3 of them versus a weird version of Sinister
I don't
Six.
know. I really like that they had all three of them, and that was like kind of like the introduction to like.
Oh no, that movie was tight.
No, yeah, no, I really liked how they did that. I really
lost a
liked
lot
how
of
they
money
did
on that bet too. Because I bet everybody. I was like, no, they're not going to bring him in. It's like they're going to do it this way.
And then they said,
but technically, I was right because that's exactly how they wrote it.
Right.
Was how I predicted in a way. And then they went and I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll tell you what, though. Opening weekend, though, there's nothing like it. Okay?
Oh, no, facts. Oh, absolutely.
Imagine getting spoiled Endgame.
Oh, I'd have been, that definitely would have been kind of busy.
Oh, that would have been terrible.
Yeah.
But opening night, crowded theater. Oh, it's my favorite. That's my favorite.
I can see that.
I don't like
that
empty
used to be
theaters very much.
that used to be the nostalgia for me, but now I'm like, I don't like crowds most of the time unless I am like highly elevated.
But see,
highly elevated.
So
like,
okay, spoilers now. I was highly elevated. It was me, my wife, my brother-in-law for opening night of Ant-Man, Quantumania.
Oh.
Now here's the spoilers. The whole time, the best character in that entire fucking movie is M.O.D.O.K. Just saying. we got a lot of M.O.D.O.K, bro. A lot of M.O.D.O.K.
Who's M.O.D.O.K again?
M.O.D.O.K is the mechanized organism designed only for killing.
Oh, that's
big head,
right.
tiny body.
Yeah.
Little floating chair.
Yep.
So we got our first MCU M.O.D.O.K, which, spoiler alert, it's Yellow Jacket from the first movie.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna tell you that. But there's a point where
that suit they did for Yellow Jacket was sick too.
Dude, the M.O.D.O.K, I don't care what anybody says, M.O.D.O.K was the best.
Really?
You can't make a floating head, tiny body. You can't. It's hard to do in live action and make it serious.
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And M.O.D.O.K, even in the comics, like he's a badass, but he's not.
Right.
He's comedic as fuck.
Right. Super sarcastic.
He's a joke. I
He's
mean,
a gag character. He's a gag villain.
The game made M.O.D.O.K kind of tight.
Right.
You know,
he's one of the filler gag villains, if I remember correctly.
Not really.
Really?
He runs AIM, which is pretty much like the I don't know how to say it, but like the bad Stark Tower kind of shit.
So it would be like the Injustice League.
Almost like AIM is almost kind of like
the Injustice
Despicable
League from
Me.
DC.
No, it's more like Despicable Me. They're a bunch of minions. Grunt work, Hydra, I guess, in a way.
Oh, flabby blah 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 blah.
Literally. If I showed you their outfits, bro. Yeah. So
fucking like the thumbs from fucking Spy Kids.
Oh my god. No, not that terrible.
Oh, if only you guys could see how hard I'm laughing for making that fucking Spy Kids joke.
So like this is how the AIM outfits look. Yeah. Almost like that Monsters Inc.
Oh, I realize who you're talking about now. I never remembered his name.
Oh, M.O.D.O.K?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's M.O.D.O.K.
Yeah, no, I realized like now that I see it, I was like, I know exactly who the fuck you're talking
floating head,
about.
little, yeah. So
sneaky little arms thing.
Here, I got a picture because they posted a new poster after it came out. So that's how he looks in the whole movie. He is fucking gangster. I don't care.
Bro, he looked ugly as hell. That's literally what he looked like in the movie?
Well, he looks better, but this
I was gonna say,
is a poster.
God, I hope so. That looks horrendous.
But
the face on that, oh my God, dog, that's scarring some children.
Oh fuck, what's his name? Corey Stoll.
Oh,
it's the dude from the first movie, the Yellow Jacket, just with the big head. But have you seen him in the comics? Like he's not. He just looks ridiculous regardless. It's very, very, very hard to do in person.
Yeah, that's just a weird fucking gooby looking character.
Like, I mean, I'm trying to pull up a picture
sorry,
for
guys,
reference,
we are
but a little off topic, but I'm getting him a clear picture of M.O.D.O.K.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
No, I know who you're talking about.
But
yeah.
it's hard to do, but it was perfect.
It was remembering like the character didn't click with the name until I saw the picture of who the character was. That's what it was. But also to say this is definitely a little bit on the more mature side of podcasts, just as in like language wise, because we definitely do drop the F-bomb a lot. Just to give a fair warning.
Well, I mean, it does say explicit.
Okay, cool. I didn't remember if we did that or not. So just a fair warning, right? I am a full-time construction worker. He is a full-time driver. Like
driver,
it's just kind of ingrained in us that our favorite flavor word just happens to be fuck.
Yeah. So I mean, if your kids don't mind it and you don't mind it, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I don't know, the way these little white kids be yelling at their mom, I don't think they care at this point.
I don't think anybody cares about anything anymore. Fuck them. Fuck them kids. Anyway, so Ant-Man, it seems to be getting a lot of shit online.
That's what I keep hearing, like, just because a lot of
Apparently
what I keep hearing is it's like a filler movie. Like, there's not a lot of subject, like, really retaining to, like, any progression into, like...
And see, I don't think everybody saw the same movie I did. It's kind of like the whole shit with Eternals.
Dude, people say that.
I loved Eternals.
Well,
it was
and then people say they didn't see the same movie I did. That comment never really makes sense to me. It makes sense because like everybody perceptions of something, like the way that they watch it is different. But like,
yeah,
that's what I don't get, and like why I think like a lot of people just in general like take things too seriously is like, it's a movie. We're all watching the same thing.
It's a movie with a floating head.
Yeah,
or
like
essentially a floating head
all
talking
watching
shit.
the same thing. Like people thought, like with Love and Thunder,
I loved it.
People didn't like it because they thought it was like too cheesy, too corny. Like, what the hell is this? Like,
that's where
that was the only quote that I had. I was like, I loved it. I was like, it's definitely the most cheesy Thor movie out of all of them. But I enjoyed it.
What you just said about the people seeing a different movie than you've seen. So Korg is the storyteller. He's telling the story of that movie. Puts that whole different movie in perspective.
Oh yeah,
if you catch on,
it's like a narrator reading a book. Like the narrator's gonna, whoever's reading it, like a Star Wars book. You listen to somebody read a Star Wars book, like it's not gonna be the same as this, like watching a George Lucas Star Wars film.
And that's exactly what I had heard everybody talk shit about on Thor.
That's really, and it wasn't.
Like,
that wasn't
even
cheesy,
me just talking
corny.
Shit. It's the whole him talking to Stormbreaker and the hammer and
dude, I thought that was hilarious, bro. I thought that was so funny.
I loved it. I was
he's all trying to reach to get fucking his hammer back, and fucking she's just like what are you doing? He's like, nothing.
Like it's a jealous girlfriend type shit.
Oh yeah, and then fucking Stormbreaker just comes floating up and looks at him.
He's talking to it like, oh, come on, baby.
She didn't mean nothing. You know it's only you. Like it's like, bro, why do you sound like you're like trying to cover for yourself from like trying to hit on a chick at the bar trying to cheat? Like the old lady caught you because you're dumb to do it in front of her. Like,
I mean, but it's from the perspective of Korg,
which
is an alien.
I love him. I think he's one of my favorite characters, like in Thor, and because he was in
Ragnarok.
He was in Guardians too, wasn't he?
No.
Who was the one? Oh, I guess that was just Ragnarok. I guess
it was just Ragnarok.
It was just
Ragnarok.
the Thor movies,
and then Endgame.
That's what I was thinking. It was Endgame.
He made an appearance in Endgame.
But it was just like you first see him playing a PS4. Like, bro, that is so funny. He's playing Fortnite. Like, I laughed so hard.
I love Korg. But so that movie,
people don't pay enough attention to realize that.
I'm gonna break this down just real quick about Thor.
And then after this little bit, we'll get into the esports stuff, everybody.
So the thing about Thor is go back to the very first movie. And then in Infinity War, that's a lot for him to go through. He says he's like 1,600 years old. He's a god. Okay, he's over a millennia. You see a lot of shit, but in the very first movie, he's an entitled, spoiled prince shit. Right?
What, Thor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, kind of gets the shit kicked out of him.
He gets humbled.
A little bit. Thor the Dark World comes out. He's a little bit humbled. Gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, finishes getting humbled, and then
humbles up a little bit,
and then continues on love interest, and then love interest.
And in between those, it's Avengers, and then Age of Ultron. And the Avengers movies, hanging out with Tony Stark. Like he was so serious in that first movie. And then he kind of
he just relaxes and becomes more comedic as it goes along, which is out from what I remember in the comics. That's how he was. I always remember Thor being.
I mean, he was serious.
He was serious when it came to like certain topics, but like he was definitely always the first one to like throw a joke, take a stab at Tony, take a stab at Cap. Like he was like the original. He was like the original Spider-Man, like in the Avengers before Peter Parker came along, because like Peter Parker is the superhero that's known for that sarcastic, witty banter. Like, that's why I didn't personally like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, just because like when I see Spider-Man, like I see more Tom Holland or Andrew Garfield, like
No,
that
it's
very
Tom Holland,
sarcastic.
bro.
Like, oh, absolutely. But I'm saying
Andrew
like,
Garfield tried.
I liked Andrew Garfield just like for the pure fact of like out of all three of them, I honestly think those Spider-Mans had the most witty, like traditional, actual like Spider-Man comebacks. Like,
and see, I had this whole thing written out on how they could have brought Amazing Spider-Man 2 into Avengers: Age of Ultron and Civil War and all that shit. And instead, they just recast and never finished it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we got some closure.
Like, they did that like 3 times, but I mean, obviously, we have 3 different Spider-Mans in.
Well, 4.
The last one.
4. We got 4.
Was there 4 in the last one?
Yeah, we got Miles Morales.
Not in
the Spider-Verse counts.
Well, no. I'm just talking live action. The last live action that they did for the third. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah, we got 3.
Holland, Maguire, and Garfield. Like that's what I was specifically talking about. We're gonna get on the Miles Morales. We need a whole nother episode for that because I fucking loved that movie.
I love Miles Morales.
I think Miles Morales is probably hands down one of my favorite.
Tom Holland's gonna be in the new one.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Across the Spider-Verse.
That would be dope. And
apparently, he's gonna come into the live action.
That would be sick. That would be dope.
Well, they're traveling the Spider-Verse. So, anyways,
my
thoughts on Ant-Man. I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. It was great. It was perfect.
Chaotic tomatoes instead of rotten tomatoes.
Dude, I like it. Tenacious tomatoes. Tenacious toes. Sounds like an OnlyFans account.
Tenacious tomatoes.
Anyways, I loved it. I'll do a whole deep dive.
I'll
eventually.
I'll either see it soon or eventually when it comes out.
I might throw a solo episode and do like a full deep dive on all my theories.
Right.
Because it's phase 5, baby.
This fool could do a whole what if YouTube channel. If
Kang the Conqueror, which he's not even the Conqueror to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Kang. He's not the Conqueror yet.
Yeah, he hasn't hit that.
And I mean, he's a fucking dude. Jonathan Majors, fucking beast. Like, could have stole the show if M.O.D.O.K wasn't there. But
that's because I thought that was originally who was going to be the fucking villain, not M.O.D.O.K.
Well, M.O.D.O.K's just kind of added in.
Gotcha.
Added flavor. That was perfect. Perfection.
But to now round that off and so he has his recommendation. Definitely go see it. I will be seeing it hopefully soon. We'll see if I get my ass into the theaters to go see it.
Yeah.
Normally it only takes like a month before it's even on Disney Plus, so it may take.
I think it's 3 months.
No, Wakanda Forever came out on there pretty good. It's already on Disney Plus.
Yeah, Wakanda Forever came out like early November. And it went up.
Has it been that long already? I thought it's been less than that.
No, it was November.
That was January.
Huh. No, it came out 2022.
Huh.
I think it was like mid or early November, right before Thanksgiving.
Huh.
Yeah.
But now let's transition into my themed half of the podcast, into esports. So we had one of the previous episodes touched previously going into qualifiers for Major 3. When this comes out, Major 3 will probably be pretty much closing over, going into actually into the major tournament. We'll see when this episode actually airs. But
I keep saying that, but I know exactly what it's going to air.
Well, yeah, he does. I don't.
It's going to air in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, he does. I don't. So yeah, it'll be probably the Monday after the major then. What
day is the major?
So not this next weekend coming up, but the weekend after. So 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now.
So 2 weekends from this weekend. So not this next weekend coming up, but the weekend after.
So yeah, this will probably come out like a week after majors.
Gotcha. So for Major 3 first weekend qualifiers, we had LAT going up against Las Vegas Legion, who is previous season Paris Legion. Paris actually took them 3-1, and LA is actually Major 2 tournament champs.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and Vegas is like 10th or 11th seed.
And this is for the COD majors, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So this is for the majors and the tournaments going up, leading into.
I don't care. How did Seattle do?
Seattle right now for lead ups. Actually, Seattle, as we are currently talking and recording, it is less than a minute till Seattle starts playing.
Okay.
LAT.
Okay.
For major 2 weekend qualifiers. So we have, and that's I'll get to it. So then the second match we had was Minnesota and New York, and then New York took that 3-2. We had Boston and Toronto to cap out Friday with Boston taking 3-1 over Ultra. Now, all of these are all online. The only things that are online are the actual major tournaments themselves. The qualifiers are all online.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, Saturday. Some people like it, some people don't.
Make sure you actually are worth it before you pay all the money and fly
really
there.
Essentially, it's seeding into where you're going to sit into the tournament is what the qualifiers are for. Then coming into the 18th would have been last Saturday. We had Boston versus London. Boston took that 3-2. Boston has a new player. One of their guys retired. And they have a new so after Scump retired, Zinni retired. And that was Boston's main AR. He actually retired from them, then signed with M.O.D.O.K as a content creator to do stuff with Scump.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, so they've been friends for a really, really long time. So Scump is called the King of Call of Duty. Just for all of the shit that he's done, the moves and everything, and just how he's
King of Call of Duty.
Yeah, they call him the King of COD. For
King
competitive. Yeah, and then they call Zinni the right hand the hand of the king, because like him and Zinni are always doing shit together.
A king always has a right hand.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So now they're signed together, and under the same organization and making content together.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah. So after that, we had Phase versus Florida. Phase put an absolute whooping on them because Florida's never one of those that's like 11, 12. Bro. Yeah.
They're just they're gonna put Phase up against the lowers because
it's just seeding for replacement of the bracket.
It's gonna make Phase look good.
So Abizi, one of the SMGs.
I'm assuming M.O.D.O.K won too.
M.O.D.O.K took 3-2 against LAG. That was the next match just after that. Then
I had a feeling.
And then the one that Khaotik was wanting to know about, we played Rocker. We played Minnesota, and we took them on a 3-0 sweep.
Hell yeah.
So we took them. So we're 1-0 sitting in the qualifiers
That's
right now.
That's my boys. That's Seattle right there.
So we play today, and we have a qualifier match today, which is they're doing all the intros for both of the teams right now, and then we have one tomorrow. So we took that 3-0 over Rocker for our first qualifier match, and then we had Florida versus New York after that. New York absolutely stomped out Florida. Like it was ridiculous. It was a 3-0 sweep. Then Ultra played Vegas. Okay. And then Ultra took them 3-1. Then we had Phase versus LA, and then LA actually took Phase.
Oh shit.
Yeah, LA took Phase for
so Phase is 1-1?
Yeah, so Phase is 1-1 for this one. So New York took Major 1. Yeah, New York took Major 1. Phase took Major 2. Phase took Major 2. Sorry, not LAT. I got that backwards because this was the rematch for that. It was a good match. It was they did them 4-1, so it wasn't like Phase stomped on top of them, but LA definitely
they're sitting 1-1.
Yeah, for that. Yeah, that was the rematch, and LA got it. They sweeped them 3-1. And then it was Phase versus London again after that for the next match, and to close out Sunday or to start Sunday, and then they 3-0'd London. I think London's like T12. And then it was Ultra versus M.O.D.O.K. M.O.D.O.K lost that one.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they lost that one 3-0. Ultra took it, and then LAG versus Boston for the last match of the qualifier weekend for last weekend was Boston 3-0'd LAG. So now that we got that going, now that we got all of the recap for the first qualifier that was going out for the first weekend, I have some crazy news that's going on in the Call of Duty world right now. And that has to do with one of the two teams that I just talked about for the qualifier weekend last weekend. LAG, Los Angeles Guerrillas, they are owned by like two millionaires. They own like the Rams. They own like a couple of sports teams down in California and shit like that.
Two guys that don't know about gaming.
They laid off their entire staff. The only two rosters that they have going are their OWL team, which is Overwatch, which is the Guard, which is like the gaming brand that they decided to do this whole thing over.
Which is Overwatch.
Yeah. And then the Guard's like that would be the gaming organization. OWL is Overwatch League, just like CDL is Call of Duty League.
Right.
So the Guard is the gaming organization that's the sponsor of the team. That is the org that the teams are under. So LAG, the Guard and the Guerrillas and the OWL team, if they don't find a buyer by the end of the season, then they're just giving up their spot.
So they're just giving up the teams?
Yep.
What?
So once the season's over, they're like, nope, we're done. If they don't find a buyout, like LA hasn't done.
So even if LA won.
So in the last like 4 years, LA's won one tournament. And that was Major 2 last season.
But I mean, NFL and basketball, they all sell teams all the time.
But I mean, dude, the buyout to get into the CDL when it started was 25 mil to get a spot in the organization. Like, and then just with all the drama and everything that's gone into it, just like what platform are they going to cast on? Everybody wants them to do Twitch. They're talking about doing an exclusive deal with YouTube because all of the people that do all of the watch parties and all of the pro players and shit like that,
right,
all stream on Twitch because that's the original like streaming platform.
Is the team leaving the organization or are they firing the teams?
So essentially the organization's just going to pull completely out and the teams will just be let go.
Oh, so they're just gonna pull out of just
So then there will be 11.
It's kind of the same shit.
Yeah, essentially it's franchising how it's set up.
They're firing. Essentially, that's what they're doing. Unless somebody else takes over,
they're closing. They're closing. Essentially, would be a more accurate way to describe
laying
it.
them off.
Yeah, that's I mean the full everything. Like I think they literally just have their COD team and their Overwatch team.
I mean, they have the right. I mean,
yeah, they do.
Sucks for that team though.
It's just this. I honestly.
Which means they're that makes them the underdog this season.
But that's. I mean, they have super young guys. They have one.
Boys, you better hustle.
Well, it's like so everybody's criticizing them on the moves that they made because like one of the SMGs that they decided to pick up was just this random kid that turned 18 that wasn't old enough to do game battles and like actually like start building a name for himself besides the rank play ladder in Vanguard. And they just decided to pick him up.
I mean, maybe he just wasn't old enough to play online.
Well, and
he probably kicked ass in BO and BO2.
Well, so he just turned 18. Like he literally just turned 18. So so he could have been. That's when he was just starting to get into it. Was BO2 MW3 like?
Well,
so he wasn't even like. That's just him fucking his balls hadn't even dropped yet, bro. Like, he didn't even have the testosterone to be a squeaker on the fucking mic yet. Like.
We don't know that. There was a lot of squeakers in them lobbies, bro. Millions.
Yeah, true.
And I mean, we're in our 30s. So, I mean, back then, we're still high school teenagers.
Yeah.
Like, we're reaching the end of our teens.
Bro, I'm 30 and we're 30 and this kid just turned fucking 18, dog.
That's what I'm saying. So when I remember the first Black Ops came out, I was
he wasn't even born yet.
We were what, sophomores, juniors in high school?
We were a little bit younger than that when the original BO came out.
No, because when Black Ops 1 came out, I had to have been freshman, sophomore then in high school.
No, because we were playing fucking MW3 fucking like sophomore year, junior year.
No.
Yeah.
Because I went hard in Black Ops with Josh. Blue.
Oh.
Yeah. Me, him, Georgie, all of us. We were hard in Black Ops 1. That was our crew. Because we actually went and did do LAN tournaments. Batcave threw one, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. We came in third, but...
yeah, that's
what we did.
Right.
Was Black Ops 1. That was definitely high school. That was definitely freshman, sophomore year, bro. Either way.
I don't know. I remember playing MW in high school.
Fuck, that would have been, 15 years ago?
Yeah, God.
Holy shit.
Old realization moment.
It's a whole new world.
But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping one of the guys that they have on there is Arcides. He just got let go from FaZe this last season. Was the original Black Ops seriously 2010?
2010, bro. Original Black Ops 2010.
Oh, maybe it was MW2 then. I'm thinking of not 3.
Well, MW2 came out right after it?
MW3 I think came out right after it.
No. MW3 came out after Black Ops 2.
Or was it MW?
I don't know.
I've been playing Call of Duty for a long time.
Yeah, because Black Ops 2 came out 2012. I was already graduated. My graduating year's 2011.
Yeah, mine's 2010.
So, yeah.
Fuck, I guess.
Well, I guess your graduating year was the year Black Ops came out. I was younger than you, so I mean, maybe I was sophomore, junior. You're only a year older than me, so.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, I had to have been a junior.
Weird.
Fuck
but
it.
Yeah, no, it was it's a weird time and like.
Either way though, that's tight though. So he could have been around.
It's just like.
Well, granted,
he has no pedigree behind him. Like,
yeah,
he has no legitimate pedigree to be like, what what platform do you have, or what, you know?
Does every COD player need a platform?
Or not? I mean, I shouldn't say what I mean by platform is like what accolades do you have behind you?
Like where's your fucking experience?
Yeah, where's your credentials?
Smarts?
Where's your credentials?
Okay, I'm following you now.
Where's your visa? Where's your visa? Show me your papers.
I was about to say, show me the papers.
Show me your papers. Like Scrappy, like from Ultra, like that I've been talking to you about. Like,
I like that dude.
That kid won like.
But he running his mouth way too much.
Oh, dude, it's so funny.
And they are not doing
it's so fun. They took like top 5 last tournament.
Yeah, but weren't they? They're like 1-1 right now, aren't they?
I think they're 2-1.
Are they 2-1?
Yeah, I think they're 2-1.
Oh, okay.
But it's just they also they
that
made
dude talks a lot of shit.
They made a change. They made a change from one of their Toronto Ultra has 2 academy teams, which is in the AM circuit.
Okay.
Which they have an NA and they have an EU. Scrappy's from the NA.
Right,
and
North
so
America.
yeah,
right.
And so Hixie, the dude that they just brought in, was essentially like his duo when they won Vanguard. Essentially, like won the Vanguard tournaments and shit that they did last year. So like they had a really badass SMG and Standy that was in it, but it's just they didn't have, from what I'm seeing why they made the changes, they didn't have a real like just gap filler player that would just play that ratty spot, hold those rotations,
and
play that back spawn.
Okay.
Like when you have 4 super aggro aggressive players and like you don't have 1 or 2 guys like
spray and pray at that
exactly
point.
You have one main AR that is going to be that only one sitting back that's going to soak your hill or watch your rotations. You need that one
else
guy
is just fucking running around the map.
Exactly. Yeah, they're slaying out, but you're slaying too heavy and not playing objective hard enough. You're getting broke on objective and you can't re-break in because they're playing more solid.
But see, that's
what you need that's what you need a gap player filler for.
Yeah, but that's that whole KD ratio mentality shit that we used to have back in those days.
It's just
I gotta go out and kill everything.
Well, everybody wants to be aggressive because they want to get that highlight. They want to get, they want to get that break. They want that highlight. Everybody, like on the pro level, they want to play so fast and everything's moving at such a fast rate. They're making such split-second decisions in a game, which is actually a lot harder than most people think.
COD's not even that fast. Fucking Destiny's faster than that.
So movement-wise, yes. But like breaking as a team together, how rotations will flip, how spawns will flip, like it's a lot more methodical.
So
like Destiny, from when I played Destiny had a very specific spawn system.
Yes.
Like a very specific spawn system.
It takes a couple seconds usually, depending on what you're playing.
What I mean by spawn system is like Destiny's really easy to know like what area your opponent is always going to be spawning in.
No.
When I played it was.
It hasn't been like that for the last few expansions.
But that when I played it
seems more like COD.
But this last one in these updates, like they'll change they'll change how it's done. Like,
well, that's tight. At least they finally
change
caught on.
You can like in competitive, you don't want that. You don't want the random spawns. You want to be able to. That's how you get map control. That's how you hold the map and be able to pinch and get.
But like Cold War, that was fucking spawn trapping from fuck.
That's because it was fucking traditional spawning.
Yeah,
that's how COD's been played since the beginning of fucking COD.
I know, and I hate it.
3-lane traditional COD. I love it.
I hate it. I
love 3-lane traditional COD, bro. I'm about that life. But
it's just the spawn.
But that's what, so like you would enjoy Hydro because it has such, if you are not hard spawn, like if you are not hard blocking that spawn, like somebody's going to pinch you off spawn. Like literally somebody's going to spawn there and then you're getting pinched.
I don't want to sit there and wait. I want to be on the edge of my seat, on the tip of my toes.
But that's what, like when you go into a competitive aspect, like you still get that. Because the level of communication and the level of organization at this level, when everybody can hit damn near 98% of their fucking shots, like,
and I can't hit a wall.
Yeah, exactly, dog.
So I just want to say real quick because we're talking about this,
and then we're probably gonna,
we're gonna end the episode after this. But so Apex dropped their new season. Mm-hmm. And I know you don't play Apex much.
I need to get back on.
So, for those that don't know, when they dropped the new season, when the new Warzone came out on the same day, and everybody kind of overlooked Apex, they completely revamped the characters, all the skills, everything got revamped, hitboxes. You were way too excited. What happened? Oh, shit.
The first map.
Oh, shit. 1-0.
But Seattle's a very, very, very much very, very much a respawn team. So like taking a hard point and taking map 1 is pretty normal.
They still got more to go.
Yeah, it's the search and destroys in control that we're decently solid in control, and we're absolute fucking dog shit.
Everybody, I hate
search and destroy.
Anyways, so they put out season 16.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's the first season we haven't had a new character yet.
Oh wow!
I think I haven't seen anybody new yet. But the character, like you choose the characters, bro. It's not that one big square block anymore. They actually like have categories.
Huh?
And they're organized.
So they're actually split off into what? So you actually have an idea.
And now there's, instead of like tank, recon, and damage, there's like 5 different roles now with new skills.
Oh shit.
Like one is control, one, and then the other one's like tank, damage, skirmisher. They each have different
healer, blah blah
skills now. Well, there's no healers. They got rid of that completely.
So there's no like lifeline and shit no more?
Lifeline's still there. She's like been the only healer though.
Well, that's all anybody ever really fucking played.
Are they just gonna put Lifeline to themselves?
Like, well, and that's what like that's Lifeline's really only been like the actual like legitimate fucking healer out of like
that's what
Apex ever.
But so
from what I remember,
they got rid of arenas.
Yeah, and you're saying they put in team deathmatch.
So arenas,
that kind of
arenas was 3v3. You do a point system to buy your weapons each round. It's normally like first to 3 wins. You kill the other team 3v3.
So kind of like the same system like Valorant has when you get your gun at the beginning.
So you start with like I think it's
what the fuck?
I think it's 500 points.
What game fucking was that we did that into?
So you can only get like 3 or 4 guns,
right?
And then you gotta kills, round wins. There's a couple spawn points per round that you can grab more.
We had that too.
Yeah, it was. I know which one it is, and I can't remember too. But anyways, that's how arenas worked. I loved arenas. I played ranked arenas. I was platinum ranked for a while.
I was gonna say that shit,
but I couldn't move. I couldn't move past platinum. Well, I'm over the battle royale shit.
Oh yeah, see, and that's why I went back.
And that's why I loved Apex was their battle royale. But I'm
rank grinding right now.
I mean, it's quick.
In COD,
like if you battle royale in
Apex is way faster in Warzone.
So fast,
way faster in Warzone.
Now imagine how arenas would be, where 3v3, you start
at that slide cancel pace,
and it's a super small map, like a COD map. Maybe a little bit smaller than a COD map.
Like an old gunfight map from like
almost like the size of Nuketown.
The old M.O.D.O.K, yeah. So like gunfight.
So it's like you have to go out there 3v3 and you have to fight.
You have to push.
The whole point is to fight.
Yeah.
Which
it's an aggro mode.
I've gone a whole battle royale without fighting anybody and winning.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know how it worked, but I had it happen once. But I could not fight and still get top 2. That's no fun.
I was gonna say I could go through a Warzone match and get top 5 without fighting.
Yeah. So the arenas were cool. So now this time they brought in team deathmatch. I don't know how long it's gonna stay, but it is so poppin'. I love it. It pisses me off every day.
Do you still have shields and shit too, like you do?
So you have shields. Your shields regenerate.
So kind of like your health respans like COD does,
or like Halo used to do.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So your health doesn't regenerate. Your shield does. Okay. You start with you always have a blue shield.
Right.
So 3 bars.
Halo Infinite still does that.
Right, it's a Halo thing.
Yeah, Halo still be doing that.
So you regenerate shields. There's no shield cells, batteries, whatever. But you have unlimited med kits and syringes.
Oh, okay.
To heal yourself, but you still have to go and heal it.
Mm-hmm.
When you're out of combat, I think it's 5 seconds, and then your shield will start recharging.
Gotcha.
But they start with loadouts, kind of like COD, but they change, and you can't customize them.
Gotcha. So it's just
it gives you predetermined
2 guns.
I think there's like 5 of them.
So assigned classes like you would do going into multiplayer before you would hit level 4 to do your custom classes.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
They're like the custom loadouts, but it's for everybody.
The pre-made loadouts that are already there that you can use to grind to get to level.
But they change.
Custom out.
They do change every game. It's a completely different 5 classes. But it's now 6v6.
Okay, so like a COD, like a COD TDM,
and it's like you die. I think it's like a 5-second respawn, and then
that's not bad.
And you don't like drop in, none of that. It's like you spawn and go.
It's just a spot up system, not a drop in.
And then they still do care packages. The care packages drop, and it's first to 50 points.
Oh, okay.
And they drop randomly with red and gold guns and shit. But TDM, bro, if these COD players really want to get down, bro, they'll come play TDM on Apex when this next season starts. Because it is, dude, it's fucking nuts.
I gotta remember where to download it. I think I get it off Steam.
The only problem, though, it has one of the major problems that I hate so bad. People that leave. We get rage quitters a lot. And it takes a while to like fill it back in. Because Respawn's not used to that just yet. Even though they did Titanfall, that's nothing.
Oh, yeah. No, they're doing something on a completely different scale. They haven't done it for Apex yet. And so I've gone full games where it's like me and like one other person versus a team of 6. And the whole game's going on. And I'm getting gangbanged. Well, it's 2v6. Yeah.
So and nobody will come back in. And then there's times where it's, you know, we're completely shitting on them. And there's only one guy left on that team. He just won't quit. That's what I do.
Yeah, you a real one, my man.
Hey, when my whole team quit, bro, I'll go stand in the middle and I'll just like keep fucking around because they have to get to 50 points to win.
Right.
I don't think there's a time limit.
Like, so might as well make them fucking work for it.
Yeah, there's like no 10-minute time limit, so I fuck with them hard. Because I'm not going to quit. I'll get more XP if I stay.
Right.
But it's like, once people get shitted on, they just rage quit. Go into a new game. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? That's why I like Destiny, because Destiny, everybody stays. You can't quit.
Well, and
you quit, you're penalized.
That's the nice thing with like rank 2. They just released.
We don't have a ranked TDM yet.
Well, they just released it, so if somebody gets inactive kicked, because that's the only way to get out of the ranked matches, get kicked for inactivity.
Right. Well, I mean, you can quit.
No.
You quit the game.
No, you turn off the game.
That's what I mean.
Those are the only 2 ways to get out of it. Or dev error, like have some kind of fucking error or whatever.
Just unplug your internet.
Yeah. But no. So like if somebody drops out or like you do, like one of the team does, you lose connection from somebody on your team, like you don't lose. You won't lose.
Oh, that's tight.
Correct. You won't lose CR for it.
That's good.
So that way, because like that was a big thing everybody was pissed about because people rage quit, blah, blah, blah. So they blocked it. Like Apex. You straight up, you go to start and like rage quit to leave the game, and leave game is locked.
That's tight. See, ranked arenas.
I tried to get out of an S&D match after the map just loaded and it finally told us what the mode was, or like went and looked and did the little check to see what it was.
I'm a bitch.
I'm trying to press B to get out of it, and it's like, nope, map's already loading, bud. Like. And like if you get all loaded into your map, you're doing the countdown for the match to start, and somebody dev errors or kicks, it'll fucking cancel that match, and you'll go back to the lobby.
I wish.
Like straight up, that's happened to me a couple of times, and I'm like, let's go, yeah, I'm ready to play this hardpoint.
I like that. Okay.
59 seconds until match cancels. Bitch.
No, that's tight though.
Well, it's just it is, but it's just super frustrating because you're like all hyped, ready to go. You and your boys are like. Even somebody decided to actually talk shit in the pregame lobby. So like, because half the time in the lobby, nobody's saying anything. So like our team will be talking to each other and blah, 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 blah. We'll be shooting shit. We'll hear nothing from the other side. Next thing you know, you shit on somebody, you shoot somebody, and you're just getting this raging death comm. And you're just like, so they are talking.
This is great. Anyways. We're going to wrap it up today. I had to bring up the Apex thing because TDM is fucking.
Yeah, no, that definitely to go into the span of what we were talking about with esports, that was absolutely relevant. But again, to spin off and close the podcast, we want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to every episode and the content that we put out in the community that we're growing and starting to grow. We really appreciate every single one of you guys, and we love you, and we hope everybody is doing good. We know it can be really tough out there with everything that's been going on lately and just the situation of the world. We want to shed some light and at least bring some kind of entertainment and bring a smile to your guys' faces from our gooby asses. So from two nerds to a community of nerds, we appreciate you and we hope you continue to listen.
Yeah. God damn. Did you practice that in the mirror today?
No, I did not. No? That was absolutely off the top of my head. So again,
that was awesome, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So everybody, again, thank you for the stream. Thank you for the click. Thank you for the listen. Thank you for the support that you do. Click. I am Fergi the Ho Ninja.
And I'm Khaotik LOL.
And this is Tenacious Geeks. We will see you on the next one.
Peace.